Okay, if I were to buy a condo in today's market, I think there will be two categories. One would be brand new, one would be resale. In the last 2 years, there's close to 100 launches. This category of inventory, right, will form the newest resale inventory down the road. Moving forward, for the same dollar, right, someone would likely want to find the newest resale. So if I were to buy a new launch today, that's my first priority. The first mindset is I want to buy something new because I'm going to be selling something new in the resale market. If I were to buy a condo, say in a resale market, then what would I be looking for? I think I would steer away from a very old condominium. The reason why is I think the maintenance will be an issue. And much as you pay a maintenance fee and a sinking fund, right, there are a lot of considerations. Say for example, if you buy a property with 100 units, but it's built with a lot of lift costs. We all know that as things get older, they need a lot more maintenance, right? So I would look for one that probably doesn't have a lot of lifts because they're going to spend a lot of maintenance on that instead of improving the value, because lift has a functionality to it. You make the lift very nice, also not going to increase the value of your resale in future. So one that is probably not too old, that they don't have a lot of like fixed assets that are depreciating, they need a lot of maintenance that you can't change. And thirdly, I would possibly look for a resale close to a new launch, because the attention on the new launch when it sells out, right, the marketing is already done by that new launch project in that location. Naturally, people will start looking more at that location. Say for example, 5 years ago, if you're looking at Bidadari, there are not many people who are looking around Bidadari, say for example, Woodley and all that areas, right? But now people know that there's Bidadari and there's Woodley residents, they start looking at, or like Park Colonial, or they look at like Trevor, and then they start looking at things around there. I think I would at least try to be near to some of these new launches for the future impact. Because the newer ones can sell for more expensive and the older ones would kind of like ride along. But the magnitude won't be the same. The amount that you make won't be the same. So that is another consideration. And fourth, most importantly, is I would definitely look at what are the big arrows, the major transformations around that area. We need to know, we study the master plan like a Bible, because it's so transparent. We know this plot of land is used for what. We know what are the big transformations that the government is focusing on. The answer is already there. It's just that you gotta like dig a little bit deeper and reverse engineer and say, okay, if there's this major transformation that's going on around there, how is it going to benefit your value in terms of what you buy around the area? Not every major transformation is going to bring absolute value to every single asset class within that area. Some may benefit maybe commercial more, some may benefit maybe private housing a bit more, some may benefit maybe on the transportation, it could probably benefit a lot more connectivity. So that's what I think, and I hope that should benefit some of the thought processes that you have towards deploying your money towards certain type of investments.